Dziko la Malawi ife takubwereserani makamaka zokambirana zimene zikuchitika ku nyumba ya Malamulo lero pa 18 February 2026 kumene kuti aphungu a nyumba ya Malamulo akupitirira kuchita makamaka kuthirapo ndamanga pa zimenetu a Profesa Mutharika adalankhula makamaka pa 13 February chaka chino cha 2026 pamene amatsekulira mkumano umene ku nyumba ya Malamulo umucha amati Sona. Anthu ambiri ali ndi zolankhula zochuluka makamaka zimene zikukhudza zimene a Mutharika adalankhula. Tsono apa ife tabwera nazo zimenezi kuti tikupatsireni kuti inu mudziwe Amalawi kuti kodi kwenikweni aphungu lero akukambirana zolani mu nyumbayi, nanga kodi zimene alankhula awa makamaka monga amene ndi anduna zofalitsa nkhani amenewa ndi Shadrack na Malomba. Ndeno tukwatiwaso nkhani zina zimene akuti anthu adabwa ndi speech imene analankhula makamaka amenewa ndi mkulu wa chipani cha Malawi Congress Party amenewa ndi Stephen Malondera. Iyo watu nkhani imene abweretsa ikudabwitsa yapereka mtsutso mu nyumbayi. Ife tatene tikupempheni kuti mukhale pomwepo kuti mumvere zimene zachitika ku nyumba ya Malamulo. Tikunameni inu kuti mupange like, mupange subscribe.
Good afternoon, honorable members. Welcome to day number 4 of our meeting. Honorable members, I have 2 announcements to make. The first one is to inform honorable members of the business committee that there will be a business committee meeting during health break in the speaker's boardroom. The second announcement, honorable members, the office of the Speaker of the Parliament of Malawi wish to inform the House that we have received a delegation from the Parliament of the Gambia who are undertaking a study visit to our Parliament from Monday 16 February to Friday 20 February 2026. The delegation is composed of members of the Assembly Business Committee of the Parliament of the Gambia, the Clerk of Parliament, and the table clerks. It is led by the Right Honorable Fabakari Tumbongi Jata, Speaker of the Republic of the Gambia. Honorable members, the Speaker wishes to notify the House that it has pleased the Speaker of the Gambia to address our August House tomorrow, Thursday, 19 February 2026, as we start business from 9:30 a.m. This address is in line with Standing Orders 47C, Standing Order 196, and Standing Order 198. The Speaker, therefore, wishes to request all members to be present in this chamber during the time when the visiting Speaker of the Gambia will be addressing the August House as our distinguished foreign dignitary. Honorable members, this marks the end of my announcement. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Honorable member for Nkata Bay Central, what has gone out of order? Honorable member, you can try to move forward.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much and good afternoon. I want to request the leader of the House to do a roll call, looking at most members on the opposite side. They are not in the House. Whether the honorable member for Doha East may have an explanation, but I wish to request for a roll call. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you so much, honorable member. Leader of the House, you have been mentioned. Do you have anything to comment? Thank you.
Second, Deputy Speaker, I do appreciate the call by my honorable colleague, who happens to be my own member, on the need for a roll call. We are still early in the session. Perhaps we encourage members to be coming here in good time. I did appeal at the very beginning that we need to improve on our attendance into the House. For today, let us continue the debate. But if tomorrow or the day after tomorrow the numbers appear to be not impressive, then we will be compelled to go for a roll call. I submit, Second Deputy Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Leader of the House. Thank you. Honorable Member for Mwanza Central, what has gone out of order?
Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. Is it in order to indicate that because of the gaps in the opposite side, not mentioning that UTM has over 80% of its members in the House? Is it in order? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Mwanza Central. Indeed, honorable members, I have seen within the UTM, they are almost 90%. So opposition leadership is a block. That is why the honorable member was trying to seek the attention of the speaker, whether it is in order for the opposition not to be here in their majority. Thank you so much, honorable member. Table clerk.
Government business, item 3A, motion on the President's address, that this House do agree with the address graciously delivered by His Excellency the President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, on Friday, 13th February 2026. Continuation of general debate.
Takers on the floor. I recognize the honorable member for Zomba Matia. Is it Zomba Matia?
Zomba City South.
Zomba City South. Honorable member, you have 10 minutes according to Standing Order 190. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Second Deputy Speaker, for giving the wonderful people of Zomba City South the opportunity to comment on the State of the Nation address. Second Deputy Speaker, the title of the State of the Nation address delivered by His Excellency the President, Professor Peter Mutharika, is the path to economic recovery, a people-centered development. Second Deputy Speaker, when you see that title, it's very clear what the President wants to do for us in this country. And that is economic recovery, and at the same time making sure that the people are at the center of that economic recovery. The people are supposed to participate in the economic recovery, but at the same time also benefit from this economic recovery. Therefore, we might use all jargon that we can use in economics, but I think the judge is usually the people out there. We are talking about economic stabilization, and to the ordinary Malawian, they would want to see some things that are supposed to mean economic stabilization. And in this case, availability of fuel, for example. People are able now to fuel their vehicles without queuing, and the Kabaza boys are able to run around to make money for their families. and all minibus operators are able to make resources because fuel is now available. This is the effect of Ukuta Moyo. When he says economic stabilization, this is what he means. Availability of food. President Peter Mutharika has flooded this country with food, both from within as well as from without. This is what the people out there are saying. The food is now available, the price of maize is coming down, and this is economic recovery. Money in circulation. This is what people want, so that they should have cash in their pockets for them to be able to do their day-to-day activities. Therefore, as we move forward in terms of economic stabilization, we know that there's still work to be done, especially on availability of forex. And we shouldn't expect a miracle, because that side of government has put us in this quagmire because of mismanagement for the past 5 years. Professor Peter Mutharika is on the path of making sure that our economy comes back from the deathbed. He has mentioned in the Sona that inflation is reducing, the economic growth is rising and projected to grow by 2027. This is the magic that Professor Peter Mutharika is bringing to our country. I would like to also mention under agriculture that affordable fertilizer, most of us in our constituencies, especially the vulnerable populations, have been able to afford the 10,000 kwacha fertilizer, and they have received and used it. The food distribution, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, to the vulnerable populations is currently underway because of Professor Peter Mutharika. As I've said, Professor Peter Mutharika is also making sure that our households are food secure. And I'd like to also implore the minister, the able Minister of Agriculture, that as we continue to prepare for the next farming season, early enough, we should also remember to prioritize irrigation farming, because using rain-fed agriculture only, we won't be yielding harvest only once a year. But if we also add irrigation agriculture, we are going to remind people that this is a DPP in Yake Achimanga. Second Deputy Speaker, I would also like to remind all of us as parliamentarians that the transformation of our country cannot go forward without industrialization. Therefore, Professor Peter Mutharika has mentioned that he's transforming our country from predominantly consuming and importing country to a predominantly producing and exporting country. In this regard, Second Deputy Speaker, I would like also to mention that cotton, as one of the cash crops, has got a lot of potential to contribute to our GDP. The government is doing everything it can to make sure that cotton contributes to our GDP. But this is a crop, Second Deputy Speaker, that has got a beautiful value chain from cultivation actually to garment manufacturing, marketing and distribution. I would like to implore the government and the Minister of Agriculture to make sure that we invest a lot in cotton farming, to make sure that instead of exporting raw materials, raw cotton, we're able to do the value chain, value addition, and to make sure that our people are also employed, to make sure that we don't export our jobs outside the country. On the same, Second Deputy Speaker, I would like to commend government for the special economic zones, which are a hub of development for our country. And I would like to remind also, Second Deputy Speaker, that last time I spoke in this House, I also lamented that out of the 4 cities, Zomba was not accorded the opportunity to have a special economic zone. I would like to ask again, through the Minister of Industrialization and Trade, that we include Zomba also to have their own product that can also harness to make sure that we also add value to the people of Zomba. Second Deputy Speaker, mining is another area where we can also contribute significantly to our economic development. We have noted with concern, Second Deputy Speaker, that there's a lot of uncoordinated mining and also illegal mining for that matter. We are happy that His Excellency the President in his address has directed that the issuance of all types of licenses be banned, and also banning of export of raw materials until the review of legal and regulatory framework is done. This is very important because in most of our constituencies, people are coming from outside and pay little quajas to our sisters, our brothers who are mining on the riverbanks. We are not benefiting as a country, but with this ban, we expect that the people of Malawi are going to benefit from the minerals that we have in our country. This high time, Second Deputy Speaker, that we started to beneficiate some of these minerals for the country to benefit instead of people from outside benefiting from our minerals. Turning to transport, Second Deputy Speaker, it's not a secret that our country's roads are in a deplorable state because the previous government was very negligent in maintaining our roads. I'm happy that yesterday the Minister of Transport assured us in this house, as well as people from Zomba and Machinga, that the road from Luonde to Matawale has been given priority in this budget. That road, Second Deputy Speaker, you have traveled on that road. You cannot travel on that road at 10 kilometers per hour. You are supposed to drive very slowly because of the gullies that are there on that road. I'm very happy that our president has taken that seriously. The previous administration did not maintain that road for 5 years. Second Deputy Speaker, the longevity of our roads is also dependent on the load that the roads carry. On this regard, Second Deputy Speaker, it's very important that we take away some of the load from these roads and put them on rail. And this is what the DPP government is doing by connecting the northern region to the southern region, so that some load can also be taken off the roads and be put on the railroad, on the rail. This is very important because we know what the rail system has done to other countries elsewhere. In the West, for example, the transportation in the West is seamless, including the transportation of cargo as well as passengers. Very seamless. You don't see the borders between the different countries. And this is where we need to go, Second Deputy Speaker, to strengthen our railway system. I'm very passionate about the railway system because we know what it has done in as far as the development of the West is concerned. In this regard, I would like to ask our minister to expedite the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding with our neighbors to make sure that the Nakara corridor benefits our country. Second Deputy Speaker, turning to education, I would like to also join the chorus to everybody who has spoken before me in thanking Professor Peter Mutharika for the free secondary education. Second Deputy Speaker, it's not a secret that the number of beneficiaries that are going to need support, especially for loans, in tertiary education is going to increase. And therefore, I've also noted with happiness that Professor Peter Mutharika has increased the number of beneficiaries that are going to benefit from the loans for the bursaries.
Honorable member, please hold on. The honorable member standing from my far left. Why are you standing? Honorable member, continue.
Second Deputy Speaker, in this regard, I would like to commend the President for increasing the number of beneficiaries for bursaries in as far as the free tertiary education is for tertiary education.
Consider winding up, honorable member. Thank you.
I would like also, Second Deputy Speaker, to remind the Minister of Education. Last time I spoke, he also promised that he will come to Zomba Central, Zomba City South constituency, to look at Magumba Secondary School. I would like to report that he came and also inspected the school. Just to remind the Minister that we need our school to be completed by government because we noticed that is resource heavy and the CDF might not manage. Turning to the Health and the Sanitation Ministry, His Excellency the President has increased the health budget significantly, and this is unprecedented. Second Deputy Speaker, it's not also a secret that our donors are going back home or they have reduced their funding. If the President has increased the funding for the health sector, it means he has also increased domestic resources towards the health sector. In this regard, I would like to congratulate the DPP government for reducing the heavy reliance on the donors in as far as the health sector is concerned. Second Deputy Speaker, we have learned from the past, especially the lessons from COVID-19, whereby our country was able to show us that we can manufacture, for example, masks. We were able also to manufacture sanitizers. Before that, we didn't have that capacity. But when Malawians are put against the wall,
with those few remarks, Honorable.
Second Deputy Speaker, I would like just to conclude by also thanking the President in as far as women and youth empowerment is concerned. The people of Zomba City South constituency are happy that the 100 million kwacha is coming to also build capacity in our women in as far as training is concerned. In that regard, I would like to thank also the Minister of Sports. In as far as Zomba Stadium is concerned, we have been lamenting in this house that Zomba Stadium has not been completed. We would want to implore on this government to finish what it started 6 years ago. The previous administration has not done anything. Although they opened the Zomba Stadium, it was not complete and is not complete up to now. The DPP government is going to finish. I'd like also to thank you to thank Professor Peter Mutharika for this commitment.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. Point of order, Lilongwe Nyanja, what has gone out of order?
Your Honor, Second Deputy Speaker, is it in order that such an intelligent, capable young man, the one we used to call Dr. Mpunga, to be sitting very far like that? These are the people who are supposed to be driving our country. He deserves a special hand in this country. And that is going to, we must rise above petty politicking.
Honorable Member, that does not qualify to be a point of order. Thank you. I recognize Honorable Commissioner, Honorable Member for Karonga Central. You have the floor, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. I come from Karonga Town constituency. Thank you, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, for giving the floor to the people of Karonga Town constituency, and Principal GVH Kunyumba, and Principal GVH Katolora, Mwahimba Mwakifwamba in Paramount Kyungu, to respond to the Sona delivered by His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, President of the Republic of Malawi, on 13th February 2026 in this August House. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the people of Karonga Town constituency listened to the Sona carefully and thank the President for a well.
Madam Deputy Speaker, just a minor correction. I represent the people of Blantyre Central constituency and not Blantyre City.
Blantyre Central, thank you.
So the views are on behalf of the people of Blantyre Central constituency. Recovery begins with honesty. When the administration of His Excellency assumed office in September 2025, it did not inherit a functioning economy. It inherited a nation in distress, a nation brought to the brink by a period of leadership under the president of Malawi Congress Party, led by Professor Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, which was regrettably economically myopic, administratively weak, and devoid of a coherent
Member,
vision.
please. Honorable members from my far right, the honorable member contributing on the floor is from your side. And my expectation is that we hear the honorable member in silence. So I don't know why the background noise is coming from. Please, let's listen to the honorable member in silence. Thank you.
We were a nation where millions had no food, where there was no forex to import fuel and essential goods, where businesses were closing, where hospitals had no medicines, and where public resources were being looted with impunity. This was not an ordinary downturn. It was a man-made crisis. Madam Speaker, we must have the courage to say it plainly. The crisis was the result of policy failure, weak leadership, and economic mismanagement. Madam Speaker, the first duty of any responsible government is to restore order. And this is precisely what the administration of His Excellency Professor Arthur Mutharika has done. We have seen decisive measures fraudulent contracts have been stopped, ghost workers have been removed, reckless expenditure has been curtailed, merit has been restored in public appointments. This is not politics, this is governance. Madam Speaker, allow me to emphasize this. You cannot fix an economy that is leaking. You must first close the hose. And that is exactly what the administration of Professor Mutharika has done. In economic stabilization, Madam Speaker, we now begin to see early signs of stabilization. The State of Nation address delivered by HE informs us that inflation is projected to fall from 28.7% to below 21%, while economic growth is projected to rise from 2.7% to 3.8%, and further to 4.9%. Prices of key commodities have already begun to stabilize. These are not merely statistics, they are signs and signals of confidence returning to the economy. Madam Speaker, the Sona delivered by HE, Professor Mutharika, also candidly acknowledges that foreign exchange remains concentrated. That honesty is critical because we cannot solve what we refuse to acknowledge. The measures proposed, foreign exchange reforms and export promotion, are exactly what Malawi must pursue. A nation that imports everything will always struggle. A nation that produces and exports will always rise. Madam Speaker, our economic policy must ultimately answer one question: are our people better off? In this regard, the administration of Professor Mutharika has acted decisively. Maize prices have fallen significantly from around 100,000 to as low as 38,000 per 50 kg bag of maize. Fertilizer has reached to 65% of targeted beneficiaries. Fuel supply has been stabilized. These are not abstract achievements. There are meals on the table, there are children returning to school, there are businesses reopening. Madam Speaker, these interventions must remain abstract at national level. They must translate into real relief for our people on the ground. In this regard, I wish to align the measures outlined by Professor Mutharika with the expectations and lived realities of the people of Blantyre Central constituency. I speak particularly to the communities of Lunzu, Nkumbe, Mombo, Nkula, Ziwe, Nchere, Nangulukutiche, Ntenjera, Ntema, and Chilangoma, and traditional authorities Kuntaja and Kapeni, whose daily livelihoods depend on stable prices, access to inputs, and functioning markets. It is our expectation that policies articulated in the Sona will continue to deliver tangible improvements in these communities through food security, economic opportunity, and improved local infrastructure. Madam Speaker, on decentralization, the State of Nation address by HE Professor Mutharika outlines a transformative increase of the Constituency Development Fund from 220 million to 5 billion per constituency. This is development brought closer to the people. However, resources without accountability pose a risk. I therefore strongly support the introduction of CDF guidelines, the establishment of a digital dashboard for transparency, and the strict enforcement against mismanagement. As a member of parliament, we are not owners of these resources, we are trustees. Madam Speaker,
Remember, you have 2 minutes to go, please.
For us in Blantyre Central constituency, this reform is not theoretical, it is practical and immediate. It means improved market infrastructure in Lunzu and the surrounding training centers. It means better roads connecting our communities in Nkumbe, Mombo, and Kula. It means improved access to health and educational facilities in areas such as Ziwe, Nchere, and Ntenjera. It means that the people of Ntema, Nangulukutiche, and Chilangoma will begin to see development not at a distant promise, but as a present reality. Madam Speaker, The increase of CDF to 5 billion means that the people of Blantyre Central constituency have improved medical services, better roads connecting out communities, and improved schools for our children. It means increased agricultural productivity through irrigation initiatives and meaningful opportunities for youth and women empowerment within our constituency. Madam Speaker, our people do not measure us by allocations. They measure us by outcomes. Madam Speaker, we take this responsibility seriously. We will ensure that every kwacha allocated to Blantyre Central under CDF translates into feasible, accountable, and people-centered development for our constituents. Madam Speaker, on energy and infrastructure development, no economy can grow without reliable energy and infrastructure. The progress outlined in Sona delivered by HE Professor Mutharika is restoring power generation, investing in renewable energy, and targeting increased capacity is commendable. Equally, investments in roads, rail, and fuel storage will enhance productivity and reduce the cost of doing business. These are foundations upon which growth must be built.
Your time is up, Honorable Member. Consider winding up.
With these few remarks, Madam Speaker, our role as Parliament is not only to support the administration of His Excellency Professor Mutharika, but also to ensure accountability and effective implementation. We must support and we must also scrutinize, because that is the essence of democracy. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, the State of National Address delivered by HE does not suggest that we have arrived. It affirms that we have begun the journey from chaos to order, from scarcity to stability, from consumption to production, from despair to hope. His Excellency has chosen the difficult path, the path of reform, discipline, and national rebuilding. I stand to affirm that people I represent support this vision, support this direction, and ready to be part of this national effort. With these remarks, I submit, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before I recognize the other member, I saw the Honorable Deputy Minister responsible for health standing previously. So I would like to find out whether you stood on a point of order or you would want to contribute.
I'd like to contribute on behalf of the people of the Chrome Islands.
Honorable Member, point of order.
Point of order, Mzimba South.
The Minister. Point of order, Honorable Member for
Mzimba South. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, is it in order for my colleague, my friend, my partner, who has just seated, to highlight that they are relying on the CDF guidelines, which a member of Parliament is not there, which the court ruled that the guidelines are not valid. They don't make sense. They conflict with the Constitution. Is it in order that he can be relying his speech on these guidelines, which any one of us has not seen them?
Yeah,
Madam Deputy Speaker, I need your guidance because these speeches are quite rhetoric.
Thank you so much, Honorable. Honorable Member, my understanding to the Honorable Member was speaking in anticipation of the guidelines which are coming. So we all know, Honorable Members, we all know, and we were informed that we are expecting the guidelines from the Minister of Justice and the Minister of Local Government. So thank you so much, Honorable. Honorable, let me recognize the Deputy Minister for Health, then I will recognize the Honorable Member. Is Honorable Member, you are coming from which constituency?
Chitipa Chendo.
Chitipa?
Chendo, yeah.
Chitipa Chendo.
Yeah.
In that order, please. Yeah. Honorable Deputy Minister for Health, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Lady Second Deputy Speaker, Madam. for recognizing the people of Likoma Islands constituency to make their contribution towards the Sona that was ably delivered here by Nkulukuta Moyo. First of all, allow me to appreciate the President of this Republic of Malawi on behalf of the people of Likoma Islands for trusting in me that I can assist him in running the affairs of this country in the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. So the people of Likoma and Ndizomwe appreciate so much. The people of Likoma and Ndizomwe appreciate so much because the last person from Likoma to be appointed in the cabinet of this republic was one of my ancestors, Dr. George Ngamtafu, who also once served in this ministry where I'm serving. That was the last time was in 2004. So it has been over 22 years without someone from Likoma in the cabinet. So we really appreciate and we are very grateful that the President keeps on giving very brilliant Sonas in this country. Other people before were giving Sonas which were just good in the foreign language which they could speak, but APM speaks it in a language that is simple and straightforward. There are very important issues that people of Likoma would love to appreciate that are taking shape. APM is the one who started the Likoma port. The first 5 years, the other regime did not finish that project, which was supposed to be done in 4 years. But Professor Mutharika, just after resuming his own office, he has dedicated that the jet will be completed, and people of Likoma appreciate so much. The other government, even after people of Likoma and other parts of Malawi died because the port was not complete, they could do nothing and could not allocate any resource so that port could be completed. But Professor Mutharika was touched. Within four months, he is able to get resources to go and complete that port. We appreciate so much. The other government wanted to sell the islands of Likoma and Ndizomwe. They had completely no plan for these islands. They had completely no plans for these islands. That's why they were still thinking that let's just go do away with these islands, because they are so myopic, as my colleague mentioned it.
Honorable Deputy Minister, please resume your seat. Point of order from the whip from opposition side. Honorable Whip, what has gone out of order?
Thank you, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. While I am enjoying the submission by the Honorable Deputy Minister, but I would want to find out from you, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, if it is in order for an honorable member to make utterances that seem to be suggesting that the past government wanted to sell the Likoma Island. The standing orders are very clear that the onus is on the honorable member to prove to the House that indeed the government was at the verge of selling Likoma Island. Madam Speaker, is it in order? If it is true, let him bring evidence to the House. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Deputy Leader, let me make a ruling before you come in. Let me.
Thank you so much, Second Deputy Speaker. I'm glad you added those in your statement as well. That those honorable members making noise Madam Deputy Speaker, I don't want to debate. I want to debate as Lilongwe Mude, not as Deputy Leader of the House. So indeed there are projects that were started by Malawi Congress Party. The project that my brother from Zomba actually mentioned, then Sipeli on the road, was started by Malawi Congress Party. And there are so many other projects, but let me debate on my own, Second Deputy Speaker, if you allow me. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, in my other life, I served in the Malawi Defense Force. And I want to comment on the national security and the civil aviation safety. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I think time has come for this country to move beyond politics and handle issues that concern this country seriously. There is an issue where I lost my colleagues in the donia that crashed in Chikangawa. We want this government. They promised that as soon as they get into this government, they'll come up with a report and people will know. Yeah. We want people to know.
Here. Where is the report?
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I don't want to lose more colleagues. And I want us to move into that civil aviation safety that speaks to this country. We need that, Second Deputy Speaker. Second Deputy Speaker, let me.
Honorable member for Lilongwe Nyanja, honorable members from my far right, the honorable member is contributing. Can we hear him in silence? Honorable member from Lilongwe Nyanja, your fellow member of parliament behind you is contributing. So please allow him to be heard in silence.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I want to comment on the AIP. I have people at Matekwe, Kapudzama, Majiga, who have not even claimed a bag of maize or of fertilizer for AIP. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I was surprised to hear that 65% of people have actually redeemed their fertilizer. In my constituency, there are people who haven't even redeemed a bag of fertilizer. We want a report from the Ministry of Agriculture to show us which EPA has benefited and which EPA has not benefited. That way we move as a country. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, we have to move as a country. We know that Central Region and Northern Region, these are food baskets. We cannot suffocate them. We need to produce so that our other colleagues can also buy from the same. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I want to finish on the issue of sanitation. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, we have learned that the water project in Idoa will not go ahead as of now. We want people in Doha to have answers. Why and what's the way forward? So that this sanitation goes in each and every corner of this nation. With these few remarks, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I thank you for according me an opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Point of order.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Lilongwe Mude. Honorable Minister responsible for Agriculture, you have the floor. What has gone out of order?
Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. Is it on order for the just sat down Honorable Member to claim that in agriculture, the projects that we've implemented have benefited some regions, but not the Central and Northern region? Madam Second Deputy Speaker, this is a House of Records. That statement should only be made in this House, in this August House, by an honorable member after he has the information. If he hasn't had the information, it's better for him to come to the ministry, ask for that information. Because when I make my statement here, he will be the most embarrassed member in this house. He will be the most embarrassed member in this house. Do not make statements in this house, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, if you don't have the information. He's not asking for information, but he's making claims for which he has no evidence. I'll bring the statement here, I'll bring the evidence, and Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I ask your office that I should bring the names here. I'll bring them. It's not good for this house and Madam Second Deputy Speaker. It's not in order for any member of this house to come here and make claims for which they have no evidence.
Please, Honorable Minister, hold
they
on.
can ask a question.
Yeah, they have requested for information from the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, and the Honorable Minister is explaining, and she's committing herself to say she's coming with a ministerial statement, and you are responding. Do you want the House to move in that way? No, please, let us hear the Honorable Minister in silence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. I implore, beg, and request this House that every time we are making claims, we can ask for information. That's very good, and that's why we are here. But let's not extend that to make claims that are not substantiated by the correct facts. And I commit, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, that in my ministerial statement for my ministry, I'll bring that information with names, with the amounts, and I hope the Honorable Member can absorb that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for that commitment. Honorable Member, it's not an argument. You have raised your concerns, and the Honorable Minister will come with a statement. So, no. The Honorable Minister will bring the statement, and you will be able to question. I think after the ministerial statement, we are allowed to put up questions. So you'll be given time to ask. Honorable members, I wish to inform you that we have visitors from Mangochi North. Delegation from Mangochi North, would you please stand so that your members of parliament must see you?
Mmene mutu ndi mmene zokambirana za nyumba ya Malamulo zinalili masana ano. Ife Malawi tikumemeni kuti inuyotu musayiwale kupanga like kumusubscribe pamene mukumvera makamaka zimene anthu achita kumeneku, aphungu anya Malamulo zimene achita. Ndi inu timanena kunena zoti eyatu mmene alankhuliratu Moses Kumkuyu kutsutsa zimene phungu ina ananena kuti akutitu chipani cha Malawi Congress Party chinkafuna kugulitsa Likoma Island. Kodi zimenezi ndi zoona? Etu ndi mpungwepungwe umene ukupitirirabe. Ife tili pano kukupatsirani zimene zoyitika mu Malamulo. Tapangani like inu, tapangani subscribe.